Okay, so how you taking a picture of movement?
Take a boat.
Oh,
Up and down.
okay, so.
It's a video shot. That's what you want to
Cause I like it when you make a jiggle like that, make a jiggle like that, make a jiggle like that. I like it when you make a jiggle like that, make a jiggle like that, make a jiggle like that.
Hold on, YouTube. This 304 Sweet Daddy, no judge zone. We got another one.
Hey.
You mind introducing yourself to YouTube world? What is your name?
I don't mind. Noliana, aka Noliana, also known as Chiba. And me, most of the time.
How old are you?
I'm 35. How are you?
A man don't tell his age.
Okay.
I never had no one question me with a question.
I was just about to say, okay, so my bad.
I like this.
Don't answer the question with a question.
I like that. Tell me, where are you originally from?
I'm originally from Chesapeake, Virginia. 757 now.
And what brings you to New Orleans? How did you come to New Orleans?
By car. Oh, no, okay, so my first time ever being in New Orleans, I was invited by a stranger that I did talk to. I was offered to move down here, lived in 6-4, worked on Bourbon Street, moved my little ass out the door, babes. My first time ever being in a strip club at all. And I loved it. So I always knew I would be back. I was in no win.
Okay. So you always did that kind of work, stripper work?
Not necessarily, but I have definitely always showed my ass.
Okay. Meaning?
Meaning.
Miss Nolan, did you have a mother and father growing up in the home?
Yeah. Okay, so my mom, my dad, and my brother are like they're like a very stable, nice, cohesive little upper middle class, living in the suburbs, nice neighborhood in Virginia family, and I mostly try to throw wrenches in that shit, you know. So I try to not ruin their little happy on them. Well, okay, so no, that's a lie. I did not try that. In the more recent times, I have more let them be, but.
So you're from the suburbs. So you pretty much had a good life coming up.
I mean, okay, so like this, my trouble I get me into. I know that. Like my feet get me everywhere I go, right? So at some point, when you look back, you can either choose to say, oh, my childhood, my upbringing, my environment, my whatever the hell. But if you're ambulatory, then you got there of your own. Ain't nobody, like, realistically, if somebody gonna pull you by your hair, that's gonna come off, and then you can go your own way again. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's up to you. And then like this, even if somebody pulling you by your hair or is knocking your teeth out, you always have a choice. Your choice may require you to be uncomfortable. But at the end of the day, you either choose the devil you know, devil you don't, right? So therein, you get yourself wherever you go.
Tell me this, what's your favorite childhood memory?
I may have been a bad kid.
You was a bad kid.
I may have been a little bit bad. I may have been a bully a little bit. I've been mean to people.
Really?
Yeah.
I can't say sometimes being mean.
I pick the boy up by his pants. I don't feel like I do it all the time, but I mean, I feel like I can be a little bit mean sometimes, and it has perhaps been pretty funny sometimes.
Do you have any kids?
No.
No kids? Do you want any one day?
I want whatever the future brings, but I'm not into forcing no issues. Do you have kids?
Yes.
Are they easy going or is it stressful type thing?
It's easy going.
The whole time?
Basically, yeah.
Oh, I
All right. Did you finish school?
I mean, like technically, but no, I didn't. I dropped out and I dropped out in 10th grade. I started a riot in my school, but and then I went to Christian school and they did not like me at all.
You went to Christian school?
Yeah.
Wow.
They did not like that at all. But after I dropped out, I got my GED. I only missed 2 questions on my GED.
Hey.
Right? And then I started out with radiology. I got through to the second anatomy and physiology. And there I realized, oh my God, you have all these fucking nerves and blood vessels in your body, and they're named for going one way, and then they're also named for going the other way. And their names are not for where they're at or what they do or anything like that. It's just something the dude that found it named it, and that's too much shit to remember. And my dad started talking shit to me. Like, oh, you gotta quit smoking pot? Well, I'm not paying for your school no more. I said, well, you can cancel that check. And that's what happened to radiology.
Wow, wait a minute, you blowing my mind. So you could have been working in the medical field.
No, but like this, okay, continue. So after I had dropped out, because I just wasn't going to school and they're down no more. So then I did personal assistant work for probably about 8 years. I was running a car dealership and doing promotions and club nights. And then I went back to school because they pay you to do that shit. Boy, I said, what? He said, okay, so I can make this so they give me a what? And a what? Okay, look. And yeah, I'll put my books myself. I got this. Because I'm not even a studying person. I just be book smart, right? So I went back to school for business. I went through half of that. Accounting is a lot of math. I'm not doing it. I don't do math with letters. So skipped that, and my ex went to prison, so I did paralegal, right? So I did a 2-year paralegal program. I got that finished. I got an associate's in paralegal. I worked on his case, got him a resentencing. I'm a piece of shit and I don't do shit right, so he's where the fuck he's at.
Damn.
Yeah, no, it is what it is. You can't, if anything in the world, you cannot help nobody. You can do whatever you feel is right and be convicted in that, and that's it. If you're worried about how that's going to benefit that person or how they're going to respond to what reciprocation is devil. If you expect something back from something, don't do that shit because you got to be real disappointed. Like, even if you expect for the plastic bottle that you throw in recycling to become something the fuck else, you're gonna be disappointed. So just go ahead, put your hopes back down where they belong, and get back to it. Okay? So no, not done with school. Because I went back after I did the paralegal shit. I went back for a medical billing and coding.
So you're well educated.
You could say that.
What led you to the streets doing this kind of work?
Okay, so at the moment I have two businesses that are in LLC and structure of them, right? Okay, so what people fail to realize is that when you start a business, it's all expenses. Whether you have products, whether you have whatever your service is, whether you have it doesn't matter. None of that matters because everything that you're going to be doing for your business is all expenses until you are profitable. right? So that being said, I'm not working no 9 to 5 to bust like and then wait for the end of the week when I can like, and even if like this, because I'm not entertaining everybody. That's dangerous as fuck. You like I say, you get yourself in all your fucking trouble. So where if you talking to somebody and they make you not feel right and you keep talking to them, that's on you. People are only people. So it's not I'm not responsible for showing you my colors. I'm not responsible for showing you my colors. You're responsible for seeing it. You know what I mean? Right. So you cannot expect every person in this lifestyle. It's people like this, and it is a lot of it's perverts, it's deviant people, it's people that are trying to explore or whatever, right? Mm-hmm. That being said, you have to understand what you want to do. Okay, so like if I say there's a number on my head, you can't tell me a different number. You especially cannot tell me a lower number and me say, okay, self, well, you know, I know, hey, self, I know we said we're worth this much, but just this one time, you know what I'm saying? Subconscious is a motherfucking thing. And whether you know it or not, when you tell your subconscious these things, it makes a big ass difference. And then it's a slippery slope. It's a slippery slope.
Okay, so you said you strip. Do you do? Have you ever done escorting on the side?
I've done a little bit of everything. Okay. Yeah.
Do you remember your first date?
Do I remember? Yeah, I like to think so. I feel like, okay, so I feel like I tell time low-key like a puppy. So, you know what I mean? That the actual time reference is off, but like I low-key remember everything.
So you do remember your first date?
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell me about that experience.
Let's see. I mean, realistically, anybody that I've dealt with, I treat people the same. If I'm dealing with you as my friend, as my client, as a business like dealers, as car sales, as however I'm dealing with you, I'm talking to you the same way I would talk to my mom. Because I feel like it's underhanded to put on a facade when I'm there. Like, I'm number one, I'm not dealing with any person that is not invested in me. Call it whatever the fuck you want to call it. I don't got no conversation for nobody that's not spending no money. Period. If you don't got like this, I don't care about your car, I don't care about your job, I don't care about what the fuck you got until a piece of it is mine. Period. Because all that shit is like people want to tell you want to tell me all this. Like, we live in New Orleans, right? You'll tell me everything you got going on. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even from here. We know how they move. You want to tell them what you got going on like that? For what? If it's not for them, right? And then when you put it out there like that, now it's for them. And if they come and take that from you, right? Why would you put it up? Why are you showing people shit that you ain't sharing?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You don't go and eat your burger in front of nobody because you don't want them to come and ask you for nothing. You want to go to the bar, try to pick up a chick, but you want to start off with, this is the kind of car I got, this is the kind of job I got, this is the kind of house I got, just how, and then like this, I put on this whole thing, right? To come out and show you something I think that you want to see, right? So if I entertain that, we just build this whole relationship on a lie. Because I'm entertaining some shit I don't want to, I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. Because when it comes down to it, like, realistically, we know what you're not really, okay, so like this. Oops. Okay, no, we know, you know what I'm saying? Fuck, we know what the fuck it is, so skip the bullshit. Get that part over with, and then we can really have a conversation, and we can really build on something, or whatever the fuck we're gonna do. We're not gonna, like, time is, like, I don't even, like, I have a watch on, but I'm not sure if that's the right time or whatever, because I don't got time to look at it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Let alone placate somebody or entertain a bunch of bullshit.
Right.
What?
Was it any childhood sexual abuse or sexual trauma coming up?
I don't know. Oh, like this. Anything that has happened to me in my life that is like too much, right? Those trying times, I don't fucking remember that shit. I like this.
So
Oh my
you
God.
knock it out?
No, like I put it in, and like it's totally gone. I do have, now, mind you, I do have chunks that are gone, but I have hit my head a lot, and you know, but like I feel like this, you have a conversation with somebody, and you just go like you talking to this person, you telling them stuff that you feel like they need to know, but then you lose your whole train of thought, right? I feel like legitimately the powers that be take these things from you because you don't need it, right? The reason you cannot speak these words no more is because it's not for that. That's not for them. Let it go.
So have you ever been in a relationship?
I have.
Tell me this, how is sex different with a boyfriend than it is with a client?
It's really not. It's really not. Oh, the difference is that fucking boyfriend ain't fucking give me shit except for fucking stress and a hard goddamn time. Fuck out of here. And I ain't got no money on that shit. Hold up. Dog. What? Like this, honestly, I feel like at this point, like, okay, so I'm 35, right? And most bitches be like, oh God, I haven't had a dress. Jesus. Okay, so I don't need that shit. Like my mom was clinically depressed as like when I was young, right? So the whole like I didn't get coddled like that. So I have no need to be like, I don't need nobody holding, you know what I mean? Like I'm okay. But if I get cold, I get a blanket or change the temperature because we got stuff that does that, right? So like it's like I feel like it's underhanded for you to need somebody that much because at the end of the day it's a reason or a season. So, and also labels are restricted. So as soon as you say boyfriend, girlfriend, oh this is what we're doing and everything like that, that's not even for y'all because y'all know what y'all are doing, right? So now it's for everybody else, right? So what we just do with our relationship is then step it up, and we don't, like this, as stressful as it is just become a boyfriend and girlfriend, right? We're gonna step that up a notch and try and do this marriage bullshit, right? Which is like, okay, so like this. If our boyfriend-girlfriend relationship is only in label, so other people can see us and our relationship and how it is, right? When we put marriage on it, do you know what we do to ourselves, right? We're basically saying, okay, so no, hey, honey, we gotta look like this to them. And all of a sudden, hey, whatever my image of marriage is, we need to uphold that. Everybody is always watching and all that bullshit, but realistically, like this, like that, oh my God, you're completely out of my world right now. That simple. It's that fucking simple. But it's that heavy when you're in a fucking relationship with somebody. I'm not entertaining them tomfoolery or that shit. That shit sounds stressful as fuck. As fuck.
So you don't desire to be in a relationship or have a boyfriend or a husband or anything like that?
Man. Oh my God. This guy, oh my God. It's absolutely amazing. He pays for every hour. He's not needy. He doesn't want no unnecessary fucking hugs. I'm gonna kiss nobody in the fucking mouth. I can talk how the fuck I want. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay. And sure.
So you okay with dying?
I'm pretty sure that dude is still a fraud.
So you okay with dying alone?
I'm indifferent. If that's how I'm supposed to go, then that's how I'm supposed to go. You're not, like, your path is really only your path. The obstacles, it's like, okay, so people come to an obstacle, they're like, oh my God, I gotta have this thing. But realistically, you don't, because if you had to have it, you would. God, powers to be, whoever you want to call it, they're not that fucking cool and unusual. It's really like your path is your path. You only make it as difficult as you want to make it because you're so like. I believe in manifest destiny, so I never say that I'm going to like. I would never say anything is going to be other than how it's supposed to be, right? So I know where the fuck I'm supposed to be. You know what the fuck I got going on?
Okay, when you leave this earth, how do you want to be remembered, or what do you want to be remembered for?
I want to remember however people remember me. I'm not like this. If I spend too much time trying to impress people or make other people's opinion how like you are not for yourself, right? So that being said, there's no way for me to make me how I want you to see me, right? One, your eyes only work how your eyes work. My eyes only work how my eyes work, right? So, and I can never see myself, right? Unless I stand in front of a mirror, and that's too much, right? Because then I'm missing the whole world, right? So I can't even begin to worry myself with how. And I'm also very accepting. And I feel like it's very important for each and every person to feel what they feel, right? So I don't give a fuck if you hate me, and I'd like for you to have a reason, and I'd love for that reason, because it's character building. Come on, man.
Right.
I probably already know. And, I hate that thing too.
What's the most money you ever made in one night from one client?
Okay, so a webcam or face to face?
Well, tell me about both.
Okay, so online, the most that I've made in one sitting was I made $900 one day off pictures and videos. And it'd be like when somebody wants my favorite people, somebody knows what they want and can say it out loud. You know what kind of peace that is? To not be, I don't care what these people think. I know happiness is so fleeting. And you can say like, oh, I know, oh, that's going to tickle me so good. I would just love that thing. Dude, you talking about something? He wants farts.
You know what?
He wants farts, right? I'll be gassy every once in a while, and it's going to fucking happen, right? But like, I can't imagine being a person who wants a fart and cannot say that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then that's how you have a murder. That's how you have a murder, serial killers and murderers and shit. Because these people can't say the thing. Like, I know what I want, but there's absolutely nobody listening. And there's nobody accepting. There's nobody listening and there's nobody accepting.
So that's a fetish. So you do fetishes.
Oh.
Okay. So you farted on a guy?
Okay, so we gotta do the fucking what is that? What's the NFSW or somebody like right? If you're sitting at your office desk, right? So the dude was like, it's a fetish website or whatever that I'm on because 100% of the people that don't know you exist don't know you exist. But 100% of the people that see you have the opportunity to, you see what I'm saying? So it is. I don't know about you, but every once in a while I eat gassy foods and farts happen, okay? Female or not, it's a thing. It's the way the gas liquid things work. It happens, right? So if somebody wants something from me that doesn't hurt, and it's gonna happen anyway, and you're gonna pay for it, ma'am, here you go. But okay, so real funny though, I didn't have farts that day, and I got low-key blowed up like a balloon. and I mean, okay, so I didn't even know that was gonna happen. And I feel like it's levels to shit, right? It can't just be either it's good or it's bad, because that's not my thing, right? But
what was the weirdest thing that a guy ever asked you?
There's a thing called toilet voyeurism.
call it what?
Toilet voyeurism.
Okay.
Or like I said, like a toilet fetish or whatever. And the people that want you to poop
Okay.
in their mouth.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry. And like, look, okay, so like this. So at the end of the day, you're gonna be what you eat. And I mean, you know what I'm saying? That's not my wedding band, so I don't give a fuck.
Do you find some of the kinds attractive?
Yeah, why not? Oh, hell yes.
Okay.
You know how content creators hit me up? And they paying too. The fuck out here, I don't give a fuck how cute you are. Cuteness is not a factor to me at all.
This brings me to my next question. Do you enjoy the sex sometimes?
I enjoy everything I do.
Okay.
Otherwise, I'm not going to do it. Period. There's nothing in this world that I would entertain doing that I'm not enjoying doing. I do sometimes enjoy putting myself through some shit because it's nice to know that you can, you know what I'm saying, like this. Sometimes things be difficult. Sometimes you don't necessarily want to do things, right? And people do not be attractive, you know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. Not every person is a Tom Cruise, but then at the same time, they aren't all fucking Dutch. You know what I mean?
Right.
And every person is different, right?
Right. So, you think that's why some of the girls rush the clients off because they're not attracted to them or something like that?
No, bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks. Bitches ain't shit. That's why. And like that's okay. So no, it's capitalist society, and you cannot fault that, right? Mm-hmm. So if I find like this, if I find me something I can do, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm like, okay, so if I'm a whole bitch, right? Mm-hmm. As like it's an unwritten rule for females, right? Mm-hmm. As a female, technically, I have the option to be about my word, mm-hmm. or I can just say whatever the fuck I want because, man, you know what I mean? Right. I'm a whole bitch, the fuck? You know what I'm saying? How you gonna avoid that? I'm a whole, oh man, it's a, you know what I'm saying? Fuck, how do you do it? You can't fight that. You're a grown ass man though. You're and more than not, dudes is like not able to stand on their word anyway. So it's like irrelevant saying that because it's a whole world of bitches, right? And we all ain't shit, right? But it's levels to the shit. So being a capitalist and being money motivated, which I ain't mad at you, but at the same time, you have to realize if I'm coming to give you money today, and like, okay, so for all intents and purposes, I don't even really have to like you. We just have to be cordial to each other and like, okay, so the thing that you said you're gonna do most of that, and let me leave with a smile on my face. Then you won't get money again when it's time for like this. All my money is, if you look at the title of it, it says my money. So it's mine, right?
Right.
I don't have to chase that shit. Right. I don't, because any money that I'm running after is probably not mine. So like my feet will take me right to that shit. You know what I'm saying? You don't know how caught up you're gonna be accidentally trying to get after somebody else's money. Right. You know what I'm saying? It's easy as fuck. Easy as fuck.
Do you orgasm sometimes?
Every time. Yes. Yeah, I go, oh, okay. Like that. No, I'm saying, you gotta, like this. Anytime you do something, you put your all into it, right? Mm-hmm. I felt that.
So you enjoy what you do. You like what you do. Okay.
No, I'm not gonna.
I ask that because there's a myth.
But like this, I'm not even like okay. So as a whole, like I would not find myself just wanting to be fucking right. Mm-hmm. I'm not like I wouldn't like in my 20s. Yeah, I was fucking free, but yeah, I can't. I couldn't see myself doing right now.
I ask that question because there's a myth that all prostitutes or sex workers, escorts, whatever you want to call yourselves. All sex workers do not like the sex. And I find that to be inaccurate.
No, it's just
some of them
like
do,
this.
And some of them don't.
Oh, okay, so you know what I find? And dealing with females, you got females that are attention hounds, you got females that are nymphos, you got females that just got drug problems, you got females that just need money. You got females that's really just horny like that, right? You got females that think they're pretty fucking woman. You got females that just want a boyfriend. Bitch, okay, you know what I mean?
Which category you fall in?
I don't do labels. But you can call, you know what I'm saying? You can call it as you see it, right? It's like, this is another thing. How dare I put a label on myself when I'm not for me? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I can't tell you how well I suck dick because I don't have a dick that I have sucked. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
It's just like, I'm sorry that is the way that if you're going to profess your abilities, I have to go off of, they said I sucked dick good. You know what I'm saying? Because they the ones with dicks. You don't get to be the determiner of that. So you can't say whether, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And be like, that makes you bad at what you do. Because, like, hold on.
Have you ever worked with a pimp?
No. Okay, so I have oppositional defiance disorder, and it makes my blood boil when somebody telling me what to do.
Okay.
Like, no, when I was back in middle school, I held my breath because people thought they were being funny, right?
Mm-hmm.
But no, I mean it. It's not like I refuse to do it because you said to do it, and not even necessarily because it's like something bad for me, right? And no, I refuse to let, like, I would hate to let somebody get me like that, right? Because that's I feel like it's even more dangerous because I just be disagreeable.
Okay.
On purpose. It's a test. Right.
So you couldn't give all your money to a pimp?
I would never, like this, I could never, like, first off, no. And I could never, the guidance is the issue. Because I don't need guidance.
So you wouldn't follow the instructions?
No. And I tend to, when people are domineering or authoritative, I tend to let them win. Because if I let you win, I cheated for your team and you lose. So, yeah, sure. Yeah, I'm gonna get right on that.
Do you have any regular clients?
I don't like to see nobody that I'm like really. I mean, I have people come from out of town and stuff like that, but I don't like to see people that I'm gonna not see again. Like, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It'd be like, I would rather, like, look, it really is like a whole relationship, right? Because, like, anytime you enter into any kind of back and forth with another person, that's a whole relationship. By definition, y'all are having continued interactions, right? So as it progresses, it builds its own dynamic, right? So I mean, I let things be how they are, right? I'm not picking. I'm good with what's mine. You know what I mean? I don't need to, like, when you're greedy or you reach for more, you end up with less. When you go to, like, and especially like this, when you deal with, like, you're working with venomous fucking snakes, right? And then, like, this, I don't know which one of every snake disease these are, but I know that few of them can really fuck me up, right? Mm-hmm. So I have to watch how I move, right? Mm-hmm. Or I can do shit right.
What was the worst experience you ever had with a client?
The worst experience. I'm gonna say the dude that decided to take his own money back. I was like, I don't ever keep cash on me. But dude decided, like, not like this. Okay, so I think it's so fucking underhanded for you to, like I'm saying about the dude in the bar, telling about all the shit you got going on, right? For nothing, right? Dude gonna be like, oh yeah, so what would it take for me to just take you off the market? If I wanted you for like all week and you do all this shit like that, right? But you said you were bringing 5. I know that when you're in New Orleans, right? You don't take all you anywhere you're going out here. If you're going to meet somebody you don't know, you don't take, and especially if it's a business deal, you're not bringing all that fucking money in there. That's just not no damn hotel. You don't know who the fuck is in there. That's just like, that's outside New Orleans common sense, right? But in New Orleans, it's the rule. You know what I'm saying? So from my position, right? Okay, so you can be that bitch. I'd be like, I don't know why you would leave that in the car. You gotta go get it, or all this stuff, that and the third. But then you make an impression, right? So if this is legit, right? Then you set the tone, right? But also, like this, I already know about my pussy. So, okay, whatever. I can be as quick as it needs to be, right? So that, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't need all the time that you was thinking that you're gonna need. So I'm good with what I got, right? Now, when I fucking like this, when you come in, I get me a cigarette. You know what I'm saying? Somebody smokes cigarettes. I like to be personable because it makes people more comfortable and makes things go smoothly. There's nothing in me that makes me need to be difficult or me to be that bitch. That's counterproductive. Like, ask that bitch how many times she had a black eye. You know what I'm saying? Fuck, but you want to carry that attitude all the damn time, and you know people don't like being talked to like that. So I talk to people the same. I treat people with respect, right? So if I'm gonna give you a cigarette on the front side, I'm gonna give you a cigarette on the back side. Now when I turn around and give him a cigarette, he got a fucking gun in my face. And I was like, okay, so I'm a realist, right? So I wholeheartedly expected to get this with or something, right? Because we're just this side of the east. You know what I'm saying? And that's where you came from. So I'm expecting it, right? And like, there's so many times in your life where you doing shit that you have no business doing. And here's your lesson, right? This is your lesson, this is your life-changing thing, right? But instead, it's like, I don't know, it's like, I feel like I'm conflicted with that because I didn't want to get this way, right? But I wanted my lesson. You know what I'm saying? If I'm responsible for learning a lesson because I'm doing something that's wrong, I need to, like, I want that all the way. I don't want somebody to come and, like, I'm supposed to learn something from this, but then on the back end, I'm just, like, angry because what the fuck? You just took your own money back. You could, for all that, you could, no, for real, for all that, you could have just left it in the car, all of it in the car. Oh, oops. Well, you know, I don't want to go back down right now. You know what I'm saying? Whatever, right? Shoot your shot, right? Simple as that, right? But you want to go, like this, when you go above and beyond like that, when you don't need to, like he also took my phone. You know, I do broadcasts. I do live stream and stuff like that. I have 3 phones. So I have a phone that I use, phone that I broadcast on, phone that I can answer my messages on, right? If I don't have, like, okay, so he took the phone that I use, right? So now I gotta take one of the phones that I broadcast or do messages from, and then if I'm broadcasting, I can't answer the messages. It slows my whole progress up, right? And then if I'm broadcasting, I can't answer the messages for if I, you know what I'm saying, if I got something actually happen, it's too much, right? But you gonna take my phone really, like, and just throw it, right? So you took a little bit of money that you was in, you took my phone, and then, like, and you didn't even, like, you come in here to do something, you didn't even do it for real. And you talking about being somebody's boyfriend, like, that's, like, karma is, like, that's probably a whole ugly scene when karma showed up. Because that's real, like, you can't be from somewhere where people are dying, left and fucking right, over this shit like this, and you come out and you like, you know what I'm saying? You half did it. So, like, and you live in this. So it's like, karma don't move like that. And, like, that's one thing I really love about Louisiana. This is really spiritual out here. And it'd be like, do you boo-boo?
What's one of the best experiences you had with a client?
Let's see. Okay, probably the most I made like $2,000. Like maybe an hour and a half, probably not even an hour and a half. But, like, this is just a fucking cool as a, okay, no, actually, literally, the most interesting man in the world. No fucking bullshit. The dude sent me the fucking picture, right? I said, really? I called the number. I said, yeah, okay, so what? What? You got 2 X's on the beard? What's happening? What, you know what I'm saying? That's the real picture? How, you know what I'm saying? You gotta send me another picture, dude. Because I can't believe it. That's really you. You know what I'm saying? But no, like, I swear on everything, this dude look just like this guy. Like, literally, I'm really about to meet the most interesting man in the world.
Could you see yourself seriously dating a client?
If it was like that, like, you know what I'm saying? You out here buying casinos and lab tours? Yes, sir. You know, yeah, I'm sure. And I'm there when I push the wheelchair and I hire that bitch to wipe your ass.
Speaking of wheelchair, let me ask you this here. Doing this kind of work, you can't do this kind of work forever. You're gonna get old, things are gonna fall, wrinkles are gonna fall. So, what are your plans for then?
Cryogenics. I mean, I'm a rocket till the wheels fall off. This is a mean sweater. Like I told you, I have business. I do OnlyFans. I do webcam. I am invested in me as a brand, right? Mm-hmm. So that being said, I am like this. There's a lot of chicks out here, and you really doing this, but you really worried about like your moral image and stuff is a thing to you. So I can't even comprehend being like my, you know what I'm saying, my scruples, right? And you know what I'm saying? Like, what? Hold up. You know what I'm saying? Because on the back end, eventually it's going to come back and bite you, right? Mm-hmm. And that's going to, like, that, like, I've seen people when they be embarrassed or they feel guilty, and that shit looks so uncomfortable. I wouldn't, like, I don't mind, I'll put myself through some shit, right? Mm-hmm. However, that guilt, like, no, everything I do it because I mean it. All the way. I'm not sorry, motherfucker. I can't take nothing back. I don't own a time machine. I'm pretty sure they don't exist because of the butterfly effect, right? Mm-hmm. And I wouldn't even go back and fix it anyway because when I did it, whatever I did, when I did it, I meant it.
In your opinion, what's the difference between the titles sex worker, escort, prostitute?
Sex worker is an employee of the industry, right? A prostitute is independent. What was the last one? Oh, a prostitute is an independent contractor, right? Mm-hmm. Right? And then a fucking escort would be a intern. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, okay, so because escorts is like, as an escort, I'm thinking dinner and a meal right? As a prostitute, I'm thinking drugs and money, right? You see what I'm saying? That's what, like, you know what I mean? Union, right? Sex worker is like, they're like employees of the fucking system. It is what it is.
How have doing this kind of work affected you emotionally?
Not
at all?
No. Because, like, I get to myself. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I mean, that's about it. Like, but the things that I do don't get to me.
Which one of those titles you think best fits you? Escort, prostitute, or sex worker? None of your new titles.
Yeah. Like, I don't do labels, but I don't really, like, okay, so like, I'm a fucking, what do they call it, well, I want to say slut or floozy or whatever like that. I'll be like, whatever. I'm one of them girls that I could just like, hey, I don't care. I'm indifferent, right? And I know that dudes be horny, so why would I not? You know what I'm saying? Like that. It's like,
were you promiscuous before you started working? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was just like this, but it was like, I've never technically been for free, but I have been a little bit like, I've always been like the girl that hangs out with guys. So that being said, I know, like, I get it. Whatever, and I'm not trying to this. If you my homie, I'm not gonna sit here and us be trying to fucking hang out and you all bent. So you gonna give me with the, you know what I'm saying? Look, we're gonna set this up right so we don't have to, we can have our conversation, we can do whatever other business we got to do because that needs to keep moving, right? We can't be, like, I understand it. You be clogged in the mind, we get over that shit and get to what we really need to do. Or I could just sit here like that bitch and just leave you pent up. And then what kind of friend am I to you, right? If we really got, you know what I'm saying? But that being said, it's never been a moment where sleeping with somebody that's not invested in me or that hasn't, like, we put up or shut up. It's not.
Do you think prostitution work should be legal?
No.
Why?
Because if given an inch, the human, male or female, will tend to take an easement from either side of said inch, and we will be to 15,000 miles of fucking sexcapades because niggas be horny. Like this, okay, so like this, there's no way to regulate in a way that is safe for idiots. Bitches be stupid, right? And now, like this, we legalize it, and now this bitch done signed up for, like this, okay, so, well, I can just do this, because I'm an idiot, and I don't know how to do this for myself, right? So now you done signed up with, like this, and if it's legal, the people running the services, you know what I'm saying, can be from anywhere, because scammers come in all different shapes and sizes, right? So like this, it's, you open up, like, okay, so, sex trafficking as it is, be like, okay, so your will is your own, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, there's no moment where okay, so I've never thought for a second that I would, like, you pull me by my hair to get me to go somewhere, mm-hmm. You go rip every fucking strand out of my hair, because I'm not going with you. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And, like, in my mind, like, I go straight to, I gotta hurt you worse than you hurt me, and we both need to leave evidence in the spot. So, like, you know what I'm saying? I would never think, if I do something nice, then maybe you're gonna, no, not at all. Not at all. But if we open the door to that this is a legit business or whatever like that, then now we have people being tricked into it in a way, like, it's made alluring, and then now they're in it, and but it's just,
if they legalize it, they're gonna have women doing it that never done it before.
Like this, I feel the same. Like, I smoke pot, and I feel the exact same way about legalizing marijuana. When you, like this, I saw this fucking weird ass bitch, and I worked at Garden Ridge with her, and she was like, I don't have nothing to do, I said, well, you can come and chill with us. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna smoke one. She's like, oh yeah, She sat there, and she hit that one fucking time. I want to tell you, that chick freaked the fuck out. Like, I've never seen nobody, like, and literally scared. Like, this girl is literally, like, we work together. Why the fuck are you, like, and then why the fuck are you looking at me in a way like I would do something to you, or anybody that's around you, like, and then if this thing made you like that, right? I just said it one time, and now I'm feeling this strongly. I can see it when you see somebody that's really fucking scared like that, and really just like anxious and really like worried about what's gonna happen to them next, and they ain't like, it's because you know what I'm saying? You got them like low key trapped. That shit be like, yo, okay. So in my mind, I went to, oh my god, if she was somebody else right now, that could go real fucking bad. You know, look, put a scared dog in that fucking corner. There's nowhere else for them. They gotta come out. Right. If they want to survive, it's not even a flight option no more, because I'm in a corner, right? So you cause people to fucking like this. Oh, we have to fucking little office party, and everybody got these buildings and got these spots, and it's legal now. So old Jim Bob is like, oh well, now it's legal and I can do this. And now you done hit the blunt, and you done wigged out, and it's a whole crime of motherfucking passion in this bitch, and we don't even know what the fuck happened because he just had a moment, right? But you open that door when you legalize stuff like it's not for everybody. It's not.
Have you ever gotten a client or been with a client who didn't want sex and just wanted to hang out?
I have lots of clients like that.
Really?
I do. I really do.
Some people just don't understand. It's like not all about sex all the time.
No, but okay, so like
sometimes it's just
a lot of people are experiencing a lack of understanding and acceptance. And if you are willing to allow somebody to be themselves, that's the most cathartic thing that you can do in like ever. And then also like it is the fetishes out there, right? I do like it's called trampling, but it's like okay, so like if your back hurts, you get somebody to walk on you, right? But the way they do it is they do face up, right? And like we put a mask on or whatever, but we don't ever have sex. Like he'll beat off at the end, you know what I'm saying? But like, dude, I'm gonna climb up on the chair, jump, walk on him, put my foot on his head. You know what I mean? Like, I have fun with everything I do, so I'd be like, that shit is a whole workout. I like to do an aerobics class like that, right? Have a group of trampling people, right? And they like lay down, and then you do like do like aerobics on them, right? Because it really is like a workout. It really is. It's hard as fuck to walk on a person, and especially like wearing these.
You do in-calls, out-calls, car dates?
I'm not doing nothing. I don't know if you know about this, but I live in September and I'm not being in nobody's car with nobody that I only know this well about to be, you know what I'm saying? It's I'm under the assumption that I'm never going to have to talk to the people, so I'm not going to put myself in a position where I may have to talk to people. And I don't do risky. I'm not doing, like, risky is out of the fucking question. Where the fuck you? Oh, that's right. I'm from Virginia. Where the fuck are you taking me to for? You could tell me, but I really don't fucking know. That's out of the question. For what? You know what I'm saying? And then, oh yeah, let's get me somewhere where I don't know where I am. Let's put me in a compromising position, right? And go from there. Yeah, no, I feel like Aileen Warsaw was in this very same position and didn't go like.
What's the worst advice someone ever given you?
Put it in my butt.
Okay. Oh man.
Like yo, okay, so look, let me tell you, it's not no. Just like anybody who tells you that sucking dick feels good, you ain't got no pleasure sensors in your fucking neck, mouth, or throat, bitch. You are a liar. TMJ is a fucking thing. You hold your fucking mouth in one position for a long ass fucking time, you're gonna get this wicked fucking cramp. Wicked cramp. And oh my god. No. Nobody wants that. Slobbering or otherwise.
But last but not least, do you have any contact information for anyone that might want to reach out, donate?
Okay, so let's see. If you want to find me, I am the goddess on Instagram. It's NODAHGODDES. And then on OnlyFans, it's the goddess, but with 2 S's. Let's see. I do have Cash App, and that one's the God. And there's a picture of bacon. It says James Henry because I'm one of the people that open too many goddamn Cash Apps and they don't want me to have one in my name no more. It is what it is. When you find a way to work the system, because we capitalists, we find a way to work the system. I'm sorry, system. How many loopholes? Damn it.
Okay, thank you for trusting me with your story. Have you ever thought about giving your life to Jesus?
Okay, so I thought about it, but then I don't know him, right? And it's like, you know what I mean? Tangibility is a thing for me, and I don't like labels. right? So for you to label something for me that's untangible, then and also very restrictive, and I'm a person who has to do a whole 100%. I can't, and then I'm not a person that would be halfway in.
Right.
I believe the powers that be, whoever they may be. I'm not a person who's here to tell you who they are or what they do or what the effect is or any of that shit.
So you do believe there's a God?
Do I believe it? I believe that there are powers that be.
Okay.
I'm not here to, you know what I'm saying? I'm not here to put a label on. Cause like, and then like this, on the back end, if it's not so, right? Then like, you know what I'm saying? I can't imagine even thinking that. I'd rather just get to where I'm supposed to get and do what I'm supposed to do.
Well, this concludes this interview. I like to end all my interviews with a prayer. Would you like to pray?
I mean,
I can say it.
Yeah, you can say it and I will be present for it.
Okay, let's go. You ready?
I'm going.
Okay, so Lord Jesus.
Oh, I gotta say it?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, okay. Lord Jesus.
Lord Jesus.
Lord Jesus.
I believe that you are the Son of God.
I believe that you are the Son of God.
That you went to the cross.
Hey, hold on. But if I don't know all that, then I can't say all that.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So that would be like, I don't want to do that to your, you know what I'm saying? Right. I feel like that would be like, even though it wouldn't, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to say the words because words are very, like, you know what I'm saying?
Right. My
words, man, and I would hate for Jesus and for you, I'm not going to say that, you know what I'm saying? I know that one. I'm not going to do that. Oh boy. What? Wrote me into saving myself. I was letting myself go.
Guess what? Thank you for sharing your story. No judge zone. We got another one.